Hi everyone, I'm Janvi. I'm so excited to make this video because this is the first time I am attending American Psychological Association's annual convention. Obviously, I've not even been here for a year, so this is super exciting. So I want to talk about a lot of things. The most exciting thing, although, is I'm going to get to see all of these people I've been reading about since 11th standard in the textbooks, but actually even before that, because I started watching Discovery on Discovery Science. There was a program called Discovering Science Psychology with Philip Zimbardo, and I remember taking notes. I was in the 8th standard taking notes about all of these studies and experiments and everything that was done. So fell in love with psychology at a very, very young age, and then at that time I would read about all of these people and then who became the president of which year and what they did and what was their motto and aim and dream and all of that. So I was so excited. There are more than 900 presentations over here, and I need to take a breath. But a lot of my American friends find it really cute because I spent like more than 9 hours just making my schedule. Because making my schedule as in I was going through presentations, I was seeing their topics, seeing the authors, researching about them, finding out. I mean, some people obviously had read about in the past, so I was sure that I wanted to go for those. But I took a lot of time figuring out where I want to, which other events I want to definitely attend and where I want to go and all of that. So the reason why, I mean, this excitement, I mean, in America, it's you're a psychology student, obviously you will go to the APA's conference. But being in India, and yeah, this was one, I saw a video on our giftedness, and I had seen this by Frank C. Worrell, and that video was, our giftedness and talent is the same thing. Yeah, this is not exactly the title, but it was on these things. And one thing that he spoke about was that fits into an explanation of why I'm so excited, is that he spoke about this chance factor also. So being a student in India studying psychology, there is no guarantee that you can get into a PhD program abroad, because obviously, firstly, there are fewer students who get accepted, and there are even fewer international students who get accepted. And on top of it, we know that India does not have the same exposure as students in America do. Like here, currently I'm working with, my assistantship is with Sciences Academy here in Iowa, and I work with students who are interested in research, and I see undergraduate students have so many options. They have laboratories, they get opportunities to work, and we didn't have those kinds of things in India. And I studied in one of the biggest cities of India, Mumbai, and we didn't even have laboratories and research and such opportunities there the way we have over here. There are so many labs, there's so much research going on. And to have a publication itself in India is a huge deal. Like, a lot of people don't have it for their entire lives. A lot of professors don't have, and a few of them who do might have like 1 or 2 publications or maybe a little more, but it's a huge deal because we don't have the same amount of resources. Obviously, India being a country where research may not have so much funding as compared to here, because we have so many other things like poverty and hunger and all of those things that need to be first dealt with. So the amount of opportunities that is there here and all of that which is lacking in India, it makes it even more difficult for international students, especially I'm talking about Indian students, to get admission here, and that too directly for a PhD. I did my master's in India, and so because I know that doing a master's here, especially in psychology and especially in counseling psychology, which is my area of interest, may not necessarily, there's there's huge loans on your head. Firstly, you're paying in dollars. That's not something that I could have afforded, or was, I was okay with not getting that done. So the only factor that would have been a possibility for me to come here would be on a fully funded scholarship, which is a PhD, and which is a dream for so many people, which in India doesn't get fulfilled because we don't have enough guides. So I don't know, if I wouldn't have gotten into a PhD here, I don't know how things would have worked out, because PhD was a big dream for me for so many years and wouldn't have been possible in India. So there were so many things. There's no guarantee of getting admission abroad. There is literally no guarantee, because out of so many applications, they might pick 1 or 2 international students. Generally, at least in most of the psychology programs that I know and I have applied to, that was the case. So there's no guarantee. I mean, there is literally no guarantee, and that you don't have the same level of education and exposure as other people. So this is so very exciting for me, and I'm going to show you my journey of how this APA conference goes. And I'm so grateful to my advisor, Professor Stacey McElroy-Helzelch, who has done this research, and she is so kind. She gave us the opportunity to work on it and to present a poster on. So my colleague Z, who's the first author, Z Wang, and I and Natalie, who is also from my cohort, we're all putting this poster presentation together, which is so exciting. And more than that, for the past literally more than 10 days, I've just been waking up like at 5:36 in the morning, thinking about the conference and all the things and all the people I might meet there, and seeing people and attending their lectures, and then I just can't sleep after that. It's so exciting. Yeah, it's a dream. I remember being in Bombay Psychological Association, and at that time when I was in my first year of undergrad, which was just out of 12th standard, and there BPA came up with this creative ways of approaching mental health or spreading mental health awareness, and I wanted to speak about music, and I have a video of that. So I wanted to speak about music and all of those things, and yeah, it was super exciting, but I was just in my first year, so my professor said this is for third year students who can actually present something, a poster or something. And I was like, no, but I want to, and I also want to try. And then she was like, you're just in college, like, but she was like, you can try to send them an email. And that was really nice, because when I sent them an email, they actually approved, and I got the opportunity to actually speak on the main stage about how I use music and social media to spread awareness in my own ways. I've been working with a team of psychologists, and my father is a musician, so he worked with a team of psychologists, came up with a song that can be used for the common public and all of that. So at that time when I was in BPA, I remember telling my mom and dad and my brother about how one day I might go to APA, and my father would be like, yeah, like one day you might be presenting a poster at the APA. And I was like, yeah, and I would just fantasize and visualize it, but had no idea. But somewhere in the back of my mind, it was like, yeah, this is something that I'm just dreaming of. It might not be true. But I did not know that it would pretty much be possible to someday get at that stage. And it's just been within my first year of coming here. Not even, yeah. So it's super exciting. My brother reminds me of the day when he was like, when I finished my 10th standard and I got admission in the 11th and 12th standard, and I was like imagining, because that was the time I for the first time took psychology as a course, and I was like, oh my god, what would a psychology classroom look like? And then I got admission into St. Xavier's College, and that was like, oh my god, how would an ideal psychology class be like, and how would the students be, what will they talk about, what will they teach us? I was so excited. And no doubt I got amazing professors. And then when I was doing a master's, like, oh my god, I'm almost going to be a psychologist. And then not only did I want to consume knowledge, but also wanted to work on generating new knowledge. And then I knew that, yeah, this is exactly the perfect time for me to apply for a PhD. And if I wouldn't have gotten here, I mean, I did give the NET exam so I could get into a PhD program in India. But I know that in India, we don't have, like, one of my professors who I look up to a lot had to wait for several years because there's a wait list to get a guide, and then the guide retired, and now she's put on another 8-year wait list. So things are not so easy for everybody if you specifically want to do a certain sort of research. And so obviously it's very different here. Options, opportunities, research, the scope for research is so much more, and I'm so grateful to America. So grateful to my professors here who are taking such good care of the students. It's just an amazing faculty, an amazing environment to study in, and just grateful for all of this, which makes it possible for students like me who come from a country where psychology is not, it's still in a very initial phases, and it helps us reach or at least get exposure to that sort of an education that we've dreamt of and we wouldn't have been exposed to in India. So I'm very grateful, and I'm going to make my whole video, I'm going to shoot entire video on how on my journey, how the presentation goes, and it's just fascinating. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and it was just a little bit about me speaking about how excited I am about this APA conference, and I hope that more students also seek such opportunities. And if you love studying, if you love psychology, I can say that there are, as long as you have the dream, you have the willingness to work hard, and you want to do that, there are possible opportunities for you to pursue them. So yeah, very happy again, very grateful, and I hope that you like my APA's video.